Good morning everyone and welcome to this new video of chapter 10, Reaching the Age of Adolescence. In the first video we had discussed about the changes at puberty. Next point is development of pimples and acne on the face. Many young boys and girls get pimples and acne on the face during puberty. The pimples and acne are formed due to the increased activity of sebaceous glands and sweat glands present in the skin. Actually, the level of hormones in boys and girls rises too much at the puberty. These hormones stimulate the sebaceous glands and sweat glands present in the skin. The increased activity of sebaceous glands, that is oil glands, causes them to secrete more oil, and the increased activity of sweat glands makes them secrete more sweat. The excess oil and sweat get collected in the tiny pores of the skin. The accumulation of oil, sweat, and dead skin cells blocks the tiny pores in the skin of the face. Bacteria grow in the mixture of oil, sweat, and dead skin cells in the blocked skin pores, causing the swelling and redness of skin, which leads to the formation of pimples. Thus, pimples are caused by the clogged and infected skin pores. When outbreaks of too many pimples occur often, it is considered acne. Pimples and acne occur most commonly during adolescence. In most boys and girls, pimples and acne diminish or vanish over time and tend to disappear by the time one reaches the age of 18 or 19 years. In some, they continue into adulthood. The onset of puberty brings about complete growth and development of sex organs in boys and girls, due to which their reproductive systems start functioning at this stage. For example, at puberty, the male sex organs like testes enlarge and develop completely. The testes begin to produce male sex cells called sperms at puberty. This makes the male boy's reproductive system functional at puberty. At puberty, the female sex organs like ovaries, oviduct, and uterus enlarge and develop completely. The eggs or ova begin to mature at this stage. The ovaries start releasing mature eggs at puberty. This makes the female girl's reproductive system functional at puberty. So, children, here one word has come, that is the sex cells. Sex cells are called the gametes, and in male body reproductive organ is testis, and it produces male gamete or male sex cells which are called sperm. In the same way, in female reproductive system, the reproductive organ is ovary, and it produces female sex cell which is called gamete, and that is ova or eggs. Reaching mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. When a person reaches puberty, he or she becomes an adolescent. Adolescence continues up to the age of 18 or 19 years. During adolescence, a boy or a girl reaches mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. Mental is called mansik, intellectual is called bauddhik, and emotional is called bhavnatmak in Hindi. Now, mental maturity means what? Adolescence is a period which brings maturity in person's way of thinking. At this stage, adolescent boys and girls spend considerable time thinking about many things occurring in their minds. During adolescence, mental maturity makes the boys and the girls more independent than before. Intellectual maturity. Adolescence is a period which also brings intellectual maturity. Due to intellectual development, the boys and girls get into the habit of reasoning and understanding things objectively. In fact, adolescence is the time of one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. The changes which occur in the body of boys and girls during adolescence may cause emotional swings also, which is called emotional maturity. These emotional swings show intense feelings such as joy, anger, boredom, worries, and sadness, which are not based on reasoning or knowledge. The adolescents also become self conscious. Sometimes the adolescents feel insecure, means not confident, while trying to adjust to the changes in body and mind. So, there is, however, no reason to feel insecure. The changes which takes place in body and mind during adolescence are a natural part of growing up process. Every human being has to pass through this stage, children. Our parents have passed through this stage also. Now we are passing through this stage, and one day our children will also, or your children will also pass through this stage in life. There are two types of sexual characteristics in human beings. Number one, primary sexual characteristics, and secondary sexual characteristics. The sexual characteristics which are present at birth are called primary, means those characteristics which are present since birth are called primary sexual characteristics. Primary sexual characteristics includes internal and external sex organs which are present in babies at the time of their birth. The primary sexual characteristics in males are testes and in female are ovaries. The primary sexual characteristics are directly involved in reproduction. The sexual characteristics controlled by hormones which distinguish between sexually mature males and females but are not directly involved in reproduction are called secondary sexual characteristics. As we have seen in boys, growth of hair on face and shoulder and chest broaden, a deeper voice, Adam's apple develop in front of throat are what? Secondary sexual characteristics, and they are produced by the male sex hormone which is called testosterone, which is made in testes. The main secondary sexual characteristics in females, as we have learned also: development of breast in girls, hips broaden and become more curved and prominent in girls, a shrill voice in girls. The secondary sexual characteristic in girls are produced by the female sex hormone which is called estrogen made in ovaries. Now I will tell you about hormones. Hormones are the chemical substances which coordinate the activities of living organisms and also their growth. Hormones are made and secreted by specialized tissues in the body which are called endocrine glands. The hormones are poured directly into the blood and carries throughout the body by blood circulatory system. The hormones act on a specific tissue or specific organs in the body and which is called target sites. The hormones involved in the development and control of the reproductive organs and secondary sexual characteristics are called sex hormones. That's all for today's video. Thank you and have a nice day.